with respect to ISIL, we have made significant progress in pushing back ISIL from areas in which they had occupied or disrupted local populations. But we've also seen areas like in Ramadi where they're just placed in one place and then they come back in another. And they're nimble, and they're aggressive, and they're opportunistic.
All right. And the president, as we discussed earlier, also went on to say we have no complete strategy on ISIS. Joining us now is Carl Higbie, U.S. Navy SEAL, retired author of Battle on the Homefront. Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
All right. 2 years, guy's got no strategy. 2 days after he says that, we come up with the Pentagon recommending 400 additional troops to Iraq. Right. But of course, the president, you know, we don't know if he signed off on it. But even if we send 400 more troops to Iraq, training, whatever, is that going to matter?
Well, look, let's just point out that we've made no progress.
Nothing.
We've pushed nobody back anywhere. This guy is full of baloney. There's been absolutely no progress, and yes, they've taken Ramadi, and they probably will take Baghdad. I've been saying it from day one. We've been training these guys for 10 years. If we can't train them and they don't know what they're doing now, they're not going to know what they're doing.
This is a policy of appeasement, appeasing the American public and the media and the Pentagon. He's saying, all right, here's the Pentagon must have given him plan after plan after plan.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, this is somewhat falls on the incompetence of the upper echelon of the military that's not prepared to fight a politically correct war, but it also completely falls on the president. This is his responsibility. He knew that Iraq was going to fall apart when we pulled out of there, but he anticipated it taking a little bit longer, so he'd already be out of office.
It is insane. All right, and now we find out there were reports that ISIS has enough radioactive material for a WMD, for a biological weapon. And where'd they get that radiological material from? From Iraq, because they've taken so much territory.
Right. I mean, look, you look. It was only a matter of time before they get this material. Everybody with have a brain knew that they were going to get it. Now, when are they going to be able to put it in a big enough bomb to do some serious damage here on the homeland? That's what I'm worried about.
Well, all right. Well, that's a very good point. And do you believe that actual ISIS cells are here, or do you believe just that the people who are radicalized over the internet through ISIS and influenced through ISIS are here?
I don't think they have the capability today. Next month, 2 months, 3 months, by Christmas time, probably.
I mean, I've read reports that there's fear that they could smuggle a weapon like this from the Mexican border.
Right.
Who's going to stop them?
Right, exactly. Well, you had James O'Keefe dress up as Osama bin Laden and walk across the Rio Grande. Nobody stopped him.
There's nothing to stop these people at the border. Right. And I think O'Keefe went back and forth a couple of times.
Exactly. Nobody stopped him. Nobody even knew he was there.
I laugh, but it's really scary and really sick. All right. What do you think that the president's motivation is in doing nothing? I mean, just to hand it off to the next president. When it started, that would be 2 years down the road. Now it's over a year down the road, and he sees what's happening. He sees Christians dying. He sees historical artifacts, Muslims dying, artifacts being obliterated, and he doesn't want to do anything about it. I don't get it.
You know, it is a fundamental hatred for the traditional American way, and that's what it is. People can say it all they want and say, oh no, he really likes America, but the fact of the matter is he does not like America in its fundamental roots, and he wants to change it, and the fastest way to change it is turn the Americans on themselves.
I had a former Israeli general with the IDF on yesterday, and I asked him, when does Israel, when do they get concerned? Right. And he said that, I don't remember this, it was on the air or off the air, but
5 years ago? 10 years ago?
Well, no, about ISIS, and he said, if Jordan gets threatened, if Jordan comes under attack by ISIS, then Israel has to get involved and somehow help Jordan defend itself.
Yeah.
And how far away are we from that as they continue to grow unfettered?
And let's be honest, like, are we going to render the proper aid to Israel that we should as our ally, our only ally in the region, pretty much?
Should I laugh now?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I know we give them aid, and I know that all this and all that, but we also know about Obama and his feelings for Israel. Yeah. But Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Israel, but I mean, these countries are scared to death, and in combination with ISIS, and it's funny in a way, because you got Iran fighting ISIS,
right?
But Iran is a threat to many of these countries.
On the surface.
Yeah, on the surface, a threat to some of these countries, as is ISIS a threat to some of these countries. So they're in a nuclear arms race now to be able to protect themselves.
Yeah. But the problem is, any one of those countries that gets the nuke, they're going to use it.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
That's the difference. And Iran, of course, would be the first and foremost
to
use it. All right. do you see the what's the timeline here? I mean, what is the timeline? ISIS just goes. When do they? You know, we heard reports. Remember a few months ago, they might go to Italy. They might go to Rome if they get across the water because they were in Libya. I mean, are all these things still possible?
Yeah, I mean, you could say these people are so sporadic, and they're not governed by any traditional rules. I mean,
no, they have no rules.
Yeah, they don't have any written goals except for the global caliphate. So guess what? They're going to try to go everywhere.
Yeah.
And the way they're doing it, look at what they're recruiting. They're recruiting in our prisons here in America.
I know.
Where they say, look, you people already hate America because you hate the system. Great, come on over. We'll teach you how to get back.
Great to see you, even though the news is not good. Not good. All right, folks. Thanks, Carl. Always good to see you. We'll come back, folks, with Gimme 5. It's next if you stay right here.